NWA Mountain State, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA.
Oh my God! All-American knockout!
Judge's decision. Judge's decision.
You see Ron Sexton looking on Scotty.
Measures in. Shooting star press.
Parker, look out!
He's got one measure. Super kick again.
Ricky Shane misses there. Dozer catches him.
Tune in each week to see the greatest stars in independent wrestling along with your hosts, Stephen Hensley and Jacques Moliere.
Lance Erickson, the Canadian Lion. You're on a roll, man. You're on a roll. Be getting victories over me. You've been trying to beat up Ricky Shane. You're going after the heavyweight championship with your contract case, majig. You know, you're a tough competitor, Lance. I've known you for years. I'll give you due. You're the toughest, one of the toughest competitors I've ever stepped in the ring with. And you've got a killer instinct. And you're hungry. I know, man. I've been there. I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to want something so bad that you can't even sleep at night. You crave it. You taste it. And you feel like you're ever so close to getting what you've always wanted. You want to be the top guy so bad. You want to be the heavyweight champion so bad. I share that. Because I too am hungry. Sure, I'm the TV champion. But I'm hungry for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And I have been so for quite some time. When I said the quest for the gold, the strove for the gold, if you will, this past year, it wasn't just for this year. It was for life. It's an attitude. It is a way of life for me. And I will not stop and I will not quit. Neither Trobich, neither Adam Pearce, nobody in NWA is going to stop me from getting what I want and what I deserve. Because I am the uncrowned NWA World Champion. You're right, Lance Erickson. I deserve to be World Champion. Because I've worked my tail off for over 20 years in this business, all around the world. You've had victories over me. Good for you. Hats off to you. But this time around, Iron Man rules. How many pins you can get in so much time to be victorious, to be successful, to be the television champion. Well, I'm going to use that same hunger and aggression that you've used on everybody here in NWA Mountain State. Backfold on you. I'm going to show how hungry I am, how desire is in my veins, and how I should be the NWA World Champion right now. Because I, as of this day, and this moment, am the uncrowned NWA World Champion, whether the NWA likes it or not. I'm the People's Champion. I'm the NWA Mountain State Television Champion. And after this Iron Man match, Lance Erickson, as tough as you are, and as hungry as you are, and you, as much as you want to crave some gold, there's only one athlete, one wrestler, one champion that will be standing. And you're looking at him. Ooh la la.
So, Stro, you went to the powers that be. Lance Erickson finally got a clean-cut victory over you last week. So you decide that you want to go to the powers that be here in MSW, and you want to have an Iron Man match. Well, since it's a TV Iron Man match, they cut it to 45 minutes. Let me tell you something, Stro. That's 45 minutes of hell for you, son. I don't know what more I got to do. Since I came here from day one, I told everybody I came for titles, for gold. I didn't come back for nothing else. And I'm finally starting to hit my stride. The only thing standing in my way right now, Stro, is you. So you want to have an Iron Man match? Fine with me. I really don't care. Because I can go. I go 2 hours. If they want to let us, we'll go 2 hours. We'll tear the house down. I'll guarantee you we'll kick the people on the edge of the seats. Because you're that good. I know you are. But guess what, Stro? So am I. So go ahead. Get ready. Because I am. I've been ready for a few weeks now. So today, 45 minutes of hell for you. Get that damn thing out of my face.
Once again, starting off the new year in 2012, NWA Mountain State Wrestling brings you a 45-minute Iron Man match for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Television Championship. The champion, the Stro, the challenger, one of his largest opponents, most heated rivalries to date, the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson. We've got him for 45 minutes. The most falls wins, and we're bringing it right here to you on NWA Mountain State Wrestling on Fox, West Virginia. Good morning. My name is Dean Bibb. Beside me, the Rockstar Outlaw Stephen Hensley and the Gold Standard Jacques Moliere.
I mean, the famous Dean Bibb, and a.k.a. Sour Stephen Hensley.
I've made a New Year's resolution to earn that title famous, so I don't know what I'm going to have to do, but I will earn my way to famous just for you, Jacques.
I hear a lot of people are more famous than death. Could you try that one for me?
It'd probably come to that. Working with you's killing me.
All right, Dean. If we're going to go with one word to describe the situation between these two men, I think volatile would be that one. Would you agree?
Absolutely volatile. And you can feel it when they step into the ring together. The tension just gets palpable.
And the fans are alive for this one. You got to give them that.
That was my ear.
Nobody listen to you, Stephen. Nobody listens to you.
You two are right next to me, and you won't even listen to me. Shows how smart you and these fans are.
We've got the best fans in the world right here at NWA Mountain State Wrestling. I just want to bring up a little point of contention from 3 weeks ago, where you, after month after month after month of belittling and berating Buddy Love, put him up to beat the crap out of me. What is up with that? Shoulder tackle by the Maestro. Another shoulder tackle. What was on your mind? What were you thinking?
Dean, can we please focus on the match? It's pretty important.
Hip toss now by the television champion, sizing him up, and here's your arm drag. Happy 2012, everybody. From NWA Mountain State Wrestling, I have not forgotten. That was embarrassing.
I'm not even sure what you're talking about. I care so little about your feelings.
That's obvious.
Strozilla doing quite well for himself in the opening moments. Of course, this is Iron Man match. Even if you walk away with that first pinfall, submission, DQ, or countout, you got 45 whole minutes to see how many the other guy can rack up.
That's right. That is gut check, guys. That's where all the cardio conditioning comes into play. You don't want to burn yourself out in the opening minutes of this, because the opening minutes of this match are 20 minutes long.
And this really is one of those situations where early on, I know it's instinct to go for those high-impact moves and try to put a guy away quickly. But really, you pull out too many high-impact moves, you're going to wear yourself down almost as quickly as you can wear out your opponent.
Absolutely. You want to grind your opponent down. You want to bleed them out slowly.
And you're always one move away from, what's that you say, Dean?
Game changer. Absolutely. Jacques, look at the reversal now by your television champion. Easily escaping.
Yes, easily escaping, and now the Stro making his way to the head of Lance Erickson, and now here we go, grabbing that arm. Looks like, oh man, what a big, huge elbow.
Now let me qualify where I said easily escaping. It wasn't easy by any means, but what it was Lance Erickson conserving his strength for the later rounds in this matchup.
No, he made it look easy.
Yes, he certainly did, didn't he? That's where I was going, absolutely.
Erickson looking for positioning. He gets it, rolls out of that situation. He comes up with a wrist lock of his own, neutralizing the arm of the Maestro and dropping that big Canadian knee right across that forearm of the Maestro.
That was a great reversal, and now great chops now by the Canadian Lion. They're going to trade him mid-ring. Wow! And Erickson's out of the ring.
I hate to say it, but really, trading chops with the Maestro, I wouldn't advise that to anyone. Lance Erickson, I have a lot of faith in him. If anyone can do it, he can, but I would stay away from that game if I could.
Absolutely, and you notice Maestro's not chasing after him. Maestro's going to conserve his strength. And also, Lance Erickson also taking a little bit of extra time outside the ring. They know that... No, because they know that they've got each other for 45 minutes right here in Hinton.
You know, it's real easy for these fans to say crybaby, to say a guy's scared, to say a guy's cheating. They're not the ones out there in the ring with 45 minutes of living, breathing hell. This is a match that makes men. Win, lose, or draw, you gotta be a man to last.
Absolutely, and Maestro had enough waiting. Maestro's unlocking with some offense. Clubbing blows. About 10 clubbing blows.
And you can hear that impact where we are.
Absolutely, you can hear the air escaping Lance Erickson's chest. Maestro a little slow to press his advantage.
Elapsed, 40 minutes remaining.
Grabbing a hold of the arm of Lance Erickson, twisting and torquing for all he's worth, and a Greco-Roman knuckle lock on that hand to boot. Brings him down to the mat, drops on in with an elbow, firmly securing the arm of Erickson.
It will be very interesting to see what body part each man isolates on his opponent.
Erickson's in a great position right now, though, to get in a stiff shot to the side of the Maestro's head if he's not careful.
Guys, pinfalls count, submissions count, countouts counts.
Everything counts. It's really just the tally at the end of the match that matters most.
Absolutely. Iron Man rules right here on NWA Mountain State. And, man, it may come down to not just Iron Man rules. Who knows what it's going to take before these men have had their fill of each other. These guys have been all over the state, in each other's faces. Oh!
They've been in each other's business for what, about 4 months now, steady?
4 months steady, absolutely. And great reversal now by the Canadian Lion. Looks like the Canadian Lion might be keying in on the leg in the opening moments of the match, whereas the Stroh's been working the upper body.
Erickson doing a great job of neutralizing the Maestro's leg. He's got locked up good. A great scissors on that foot. Turning himself into position. Maestro trying to get his leg in position, but just as soon as I say that, Erickson grabs a hold of that foot and goes right back to work on the Maestro.
Putting all of his body weight down upon that knee. Guys, this isn't our only match. Coming up after this 45-minute Iron Man match, we've got one fall TV time remaining for the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Your champion, Johnny Blast.
It is nothing short of deafening in here.
It is.
I can barely hear what you're saying, Dean.
I hope the microphones are picking it up. It's deafening in here, as you said. But
How
you
would it not pick it up?
Johnny Blast defending against the Nigerian Nightmare, Maifu, as your television main event tonight. But right now, we cannot stress it enough. We are currently about 37 minutes into a 45-minute Iron Man contest between two of the most absolute fever-pitched people right now. Stroh working the kinks out of that arm. As I said, it looked like Lance Erickson might be keying in on the lower body. Stroh looks like he might be keying in on the upper body.
Well, it's just like you said, Dean. These guys are two of the pillars of our business in Mountain State Wrestling. They're in that upper echelon and firmly entrenched there for some time to come. Stroh trying to go for what he was going for doesn't matter. Erickson went for a foot and Maestro caught it.
Absolutely, and maybe that was the leg that...
You know, by Canadian rules, it's illegal to block a kick with a foot.
Oh, I didn't realize the Canadians had rules.
Well, the Maestro doesn't have any respect for foreign countries. You should know that by now.
He's wrestled in so many foreign countries. He's internationally renowned.
And he's never treated any of their citizens well either. You know, he doesn't even fully understand the metric system from what I understand.
Well, we're in America. We don't need the metric system.
You're as vain as he is.
I'm an American. You were born in, what was it, Alberta?
Banffney, Calgary.
Oh.
Calgary is in Alberta. I'll qualify that for you, Dean.
Well, you were just being specific where I was being general. Stroh tying up that arm. Really, really. You know, sometimes you see a joint hyperextended. That one was hyper closed. And Erickson cut him off.
Erickson dragging him halfway across the ring, closer and closer to that center.
Back to the leg.
Great spot for a submission attempt, too. You don't want him anywhere near those ribs while you're doing damage.
Absolutely. Shoulders are down. Wow. That's that damage you're talking about.
Absolutely. You wear away on a guy long enough, the sheer pain alone will distract him while that 3 count's going on. And really, we're in an Iron Man match. So when a submission happens, do they have to break the hold?
Yes.
How soon?
When the bell rings, when the bell rings.
They have to break it? What's the rule?
A count of 5 after the bell rings. At the referee's discretion, the referee doesn't have to count immediately because the match has to begin again. It has to begin again from standing rules. Stroh fighting back now. Is he going for the crossface? And there you see Lance Erickson almost a freestyle escape here out from underneath the face lock.
And that comes down to good basic veteran instincts. Always know where you're at in the ring.
Absolutely. He figured out where he was.
10 minutes has elapsed. 35 minutes remaining.
Go ahead.
You know, you may be alone in a singles match, but if you have a partner in that ring that's your ally, it's always going to be those ropes. They can get you out of a lot of bad situations.
Lance Erickson, Stroh, both big men. You saw some of the speed that both of these men exhibit in the way Lance Erickson exited the ring. Great single, going for a single leg. Oh, Stroh going for the crossface. Erickson went for a single leg takedown.
Stroh's got him locked up in one of the most unorthodox modified manners of a crossface I've ever seen in my life. But it looks like it's pretty effective.
Absolutely, he went for the crossface.
Oh.
Erickson held his base, and he went for what he could get, and now he's trying to grind him down, get him into position.
And those shots to Erickson's head were nothing short of wicked.
Inverted armbar now on the Canadian Lion.
Stroh grinding away on Erickson, and he's trying to lock it in.
Can he get it?
Can he muscle him into position?
Erickson now, again, using his body mass and leverage, freestyle, going for a pin.
And Erickson, you know, from where I'm standing, he made some good use of agility there. You don't speak of very often in a guy his size.
But he decided to follow up, save his own strength. He just got to his base and put a kick right into the kneecap.
And you can hear the Stroh screaming now. Erickson going right back to work on that leg. That's the long-term plan in this match. If you're Erickson, take away the leg of the Maestro. Do as much damage as you can. And you know, that's been a part of the Stroh's body that's been frequently targeted in matches.
Absolutely.
Against Pierce, matches where his other adversaries have gone up against him. You know, since that time that he had got that first title match in Rand, West Virginia, Pierce absolutely dissected that part of his anatomy. It seems like that has been a consistent target. And you got to wonder, with so many opponents going after that part of the body for so long, how healthy is it? It's been over a year of opponents working on that.
Stroh got himself a, great drop toe hold from a prone position as Stroh going back. The tenacity of the television champion starting to pay off. But you know, he got himself a brief respite by kicking Lance Erickson, but Erickson went right back to it. Beautiful hold here. Oh, and a rake of the eyes breaks that hold up.
Beautiful counter.
Yes, effective.
Absolutely.
I would call it an ugly counter, but I can't call it ineffective. It was effective.
And that's really the only thing that counts.
Coming down with all of his weight on that joint sideways is the Canadian Lion, Lance Erickson.
Canada's favorite son, doing his country very proud.
Stroh trying to reach forward to pull back the head of Lance Erickson and land blows to the shoulder with his open right knee. And there's those open palm strikes. We talked about them a few months back. It's like getting hit by a phone book.
But Erickson shakes him off, just gets back up to his feet and goes right back to dissecting that body part.
Stroh very slow to get up and very vocal in pain. Erickson now going back to the leg. Yep.
Well, he has good reason to be vocal, don't you think, Dean?
Yes. Oh, and we don't need to tell you what that was.
He's got an even better reason now.
Jockey's back to the left leg of the Maestro.
Baritone to soprano in 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that would force a submission from a lot of guys.
Well, these guys have a combined almost 40 years of experience in the ring between them. These guys have been everywhere. They're youthful, but they're not young. These guys have, as you said, their body parts have been beat to pieces over the years. Which one's going to give first? Erickson now in the ropes.
Well, you're absolutely right about the experience, Dean. These guys are veterans, and that's putting it mildly. The training they've had, the guys that have helped them along in their growth in the business are nothing short of miracle makers.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about lineage for a second here. Let's talk about the Stroh's great, Gorgeous George. There's your trendsetter right there in the business.
Absolutely.
If Stroh got a leg up over anyone coming in, it was from his heritage.
The man was truly born to the business of professional wrestling.
And you can see elements of what made Gorgeous George great in the Maestro. I don't like him very much, but that guy is a showman when he goes out there.
You better believe it, but he's all business in the ring, and he's going for a vertical press. Horizontal press, that is. I don't know my up from down anymore.
15 minutes elapsed.
And you know, these two men, I can't help but think that they're taking
30 minutes remaining
on one another.
Oh, definitely.
They've had some great opportunities that seem to have vanished before their eyes. Erickson had a great opportunity to defeat Nick Dinsmore, and he got cheated out of it. Stroh had a great opportunity to walk away with the world title. He got cheated out of it. And you know, every time they turn around, the other one's been the dragon breathing at the back of their neck. And they haven't forgotten why each other has cost them in the long run.
Look at Erickson. Erickson stayed out of position to get a clean crossface applied by the Stroh, and he was able to turn it to a pinfall, and now feeling some pain. Whoa!
And Stroh really cinching in the work on that arm there. And you can see how firmly he has that wrist of Erickson claps. And he's doing his best to turn that arm in directions arms were never meant to turn. Body parts don't want to go away from the point of origin like that.
Jacques, we've got our work cut out for us in this Iron Man match too. We have to bring it to the people for 45 straight minutes. Have you ever done this one before?
Actually, no, I have never even dreamed about this. I mean,
I've done 30-minute Ironmans. You may have too. I don't know, but
I have never done a 45-minute Ironman match, and so far, nobody has been pinned down. So, if y'all don't know about this Ironman Challenge match, whoever has the most pinfalls wins the match.
Well, actually, I hate to disagree with you, Jock, but I'm going to correct you right now. It's whoever has the most victories. DQs count, countouts count, submissions count. In all counts, it's who walks away with the most victories in this one.
Right, that's absolutely what I meant. You know, whoever makes the pin count, you know, and whoever wins the match is basically what I was trying to say. Thank you for correcting and letting everybody know. Sal with Stephen Hensley.
and look at that, clubbing blows to the back of the arm with the elbow and wrist bridged out. Lance Erickson's going to be lucky if he can eat a sandwich with his left arm after this. But I tell you, after 45 minutes, both of these guys are going to be lucky if they can walk or talk or, you know, do anything without some help.
And you really got to wonder, you know, 45 minutes, what's that do to the human body? That's like running a marathon. You're going to lose pounds and pounds through water weight alone.
Absolutely. They're going to sweat some pounds off. This is your cardio. You're not clubbing blows, taking the wind out of the Canadian Lion again. This is not going to be one of the high-flying, fast-moving. This is not a cruiserweight match by any means. These are two heavyweights, two of the best that NWA Mountain State and the National Wrestling Alliance has to offer. And they are going to take it to each other for 45 minutes to see who can rack up the most coup.
And you know, there's really not a better descriptive term for a match like this than Iron Man. They called it absolutely right when they came up with the mold for this one. This is an Iron Man contest from start to finish. You've got to be an Iron Man even to compete in this.
Big clubbing forearm now by the Canadian Lion on the television champion, and he staggered him. Look, there's a sign of what can be taken out of you. The Stroh's been the aggressor for the past 10 minutes, and it didn't take hardly anything for him to hit the mat. It's not just receiving punishment. Giving punishment takes a lot out of you, too.
Unfortunately, I hate to point this out, but do you see how Erickson's still favoring that arm?
Absolutely.
Stroh's done a great job of putting in his groundwork too, and I really do hate to admit that, but these men aren't going to come in here with a sloppy strategy.
No, these guys have known about this for a few weeks, and they've seen it coming on. Now Erickson working on what I'd call a quarter crab now. The top of the leg is bent forward, the back of the leg is bent back.
And it looks like he's forcing a lot of pressure by keeping his hands very close to the knee, to the patella of the Maestro, just forcing down the outside edges of that.
Absolutely. And, you know, we have witnessed at the night's end, we've witnessed both of these men limping out before. We've witnessed both of these men favoring their body parts. Now, they've got to not only break their opponent down, but they got to protect themselves for 45 minutes.
No easy task, not by any stretch of the imagination. Lance Erickson telling the ref to look over at the fans.
That's twice that he's gotten one past the referee.
You've really got to wonder what's going through the ref's head at this point. There's nobody out there that he should be watching.
Well, not much gets past referee Ryan. Not much.
That's the Maestro right now. I think maybe he'd say too much has gone past him.
Maestro trying to look for leverage against this leg lock, but I think he's given up to just holding his hands up. Erickson working over both legs at this point. Now concentrating on the left only.
20 minutes elapsed. 25 minutes remaining.
I'm going to say this. I can't believe we're 20 minutes into this already.
Stroh's still kicking away at Erickson, but not
desperation in Lance Erickson's face. He doesn't want any more of those.
Well, if Erickson's screaming, you know it has to be effective and you know it has to hurt.
Short range headbutt takes the man off of his base, and the Stroh back to the arm now.
Stroh doing a great job of targeting Lance Erickson. Every time he sees an opening to dissect a part of the anatomy, he's right on top of it.
High knee lift now into the jaw region. I couldn't see exactly where it landed, but it landed effectively. You heard it.
Erickson coming off the ropes. Stroh exploded on him and just about took his head off there.
But fatigue on that left knee.
Stroh ain't moving too quick for a cover.
Slow to capitalize is the Maestro. Oh, rolling senton by your television champion.
Erickson's filmed that. One more for measure.
Graceful. There's the grace. There's the technique of the Maestro that you were talking about. You don't see it often.
A triad of rolling somersault sentons.
And here's your cover. Wow.
He's really pulling out all the stops today.
Well, you got to imagine these guys' signature maneuvers could have been isolated by their opponent's tactics against their own body. So now you go a little outside of your normal playbook, pull in things that you've used in times past, make it effective. This is the type of match where a backslide pin can decide a match. Or, you know, someone comes rushing in for a clothesline and succumbs to an inside cradle.
You're absolutely right, Dean. This is where years of experience come into play like no other. You come in here, you get all of your tricks that you've made use of the last couple of years. You get all of those.
40 minutes elapsed. 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes remaining.
You've ever done and pull out the things that people forgot you did so well to begin with.
Both men trading forearms now. They're still locked up hand to hand, and Johnny Blast with the chair outside the ring. You remember a few weeks ago on NWA Mountain State, the big stare down in Philippi.
This is not good for Lance Erickson.
Blast obviously out here to urge on his compatriot, the Maestro.
Well, someone needs to tell him to go away. This is too high stakes for someone to come out here and pull any biased shenanigans.
After the Irish whip, Lance Erickson sizing up the Maestro, taking just a moment to clear his own cobwebs and catch a breath of air before pressing the advantage and bringing the champion up by his hair. We are under 5 minutes in this 45 minutes Iron Man match. Spine buster by the Canadian Lion.
Come on, Lance. Come on, put your arm over him. Cover him. Yes. Count. 1, 2, 3. No.
That was a 2 count. The right shoulder came up.
Get real.
Hey, Johnny Blast says, hey, tip for tat. You come out and interfere with mine.
Johnny Blast needs to go back to the back. He has no place in this one.
Johnny Blast is the heavyweight champion. Lance Erickson has been a thorn in his side every bit as much as the Maestro. So Blast is playing championship head games with the contender who holds an open title contract.
Well, Erickson's Mr. Anytime Anywhere. That's his business. Johnny Blast doesn't have an Anytime Anywhere contract to face Erickson and get in his business. He needs to go back to the back.
It's head games, Rockstar. It is head games. And right now, Blast
42
Exactly.
minutes elapsed.
You know,
Unlike
if he was a
Canada.
credible heavyweight
Minutes
champion,
remaining.
he wouldn't
3
need
minutes
those
remaining.
head games to stay ahead.
2 minutes left to go in this Iron Man match. The heavyweight champion says it's a free country. I can be where I want to be.
Come on, Lance.
We are under 2 minutes to go in this Iron Man contest here on NWA Mountain State.
My heart's racing, Dean.
It's head games. This is chess. This is what this is. Both of these men have set each other up for 43 odd minutes. Who can do the finisher?
Oh! Stroh caught the arm and he just damaged it big time.
Divorce court right there in the middle of the ring. Can he capitalize? The body placement is right. Can he capitalize with the crossface?
We're under 3 minutes, Dean.
We're under 2 minutes.
Stroh going to work on that arm, just hammering away. He's got it locked up. He's trying to cinch in the crossface.
Can he cinch in the crossface?
This isn't good.
43 minutes elapsed. 2 minutes remaining.
Can Lance
2 minutes remaining.
Can Lance Erickson hold out for 2 minutes?
He's got the rope.
No.
Touch the rope.
He doesn't have the rope.
Touch the rope.
He doesn't have the rope until he's got the rope.
His fingertips are grazing it. Come on, ref.
He does not have the rope.
Says you and that blind ref. Come on.
Whoa!
No. No.
With under 2 minutes to go, there's your first fall. Guys, there's your first fall in the Iron Man match. The match shall continue. The clock has stopped until the match is restarted by the referee.
It's getting so dangerously close and the Stroh's up by 1 fall. Erickson's really got to dig deep now. It's gut check time. Stroh's trying to lock him up again.
The bell should have rang at that point. It should have been restarted also. And now right back to the crossface. We are under 2 minutes in this match.
44 minutes elapsed. 1 minute remaining.
We are
1 minute.
We are 60 seconds away from the end of this 45-minute Iron Man match. And the crowd here in Hinton is on pins and needles.
No, 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 no.
It works just now.
Yes.
Hey, we got a foot on the ropes.
Yes, break it off.
The hold must be broken. And that's eating time out.
Oh, come on.
30
Right back.
seconds remaining. 30 seconds.
Come on, Lance.
Can Lance Erickson pull out a pinfall to tie this up? If not, it is the Maestro exiting with his television championship.
20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds.
Erickson fighting for all he's worth to find a way out of this. He doesn't even have
10
20
seconds
left.
remaining.
9.
Turn him over.
8,
Turn him over.
7,
Come on,
6,
turn him over.
5,
Turn him over.
4, 3,
No.
2, 1.
No.
This one's over. And the one decisive fall goes to your
Ladies
television
and
champion,
gentlemen.
the Maestro.
Boys and girls, the winner of this Iron Man Challenge match is the Stroh, the Maestro of Wrestling.
The one and only pinfall. The one and only
Stroh
fall.
had 1 fall,
A
and
submission.
Lance Erickson had no falls.
Well, with all due respect to the Maestro of Wrestling, he didn't get one single victory in this match until his partner came out here and cost Lance Erickson. This is unfortunate and it breaks my heart for Lance.
Hard-fought victory. There we go. Lance
Once
Erickson
again,
having
the
trouble
winner
getting to
of
his
the
base.
match, The Stroh.
And I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying about Johnny Blast coming out and getting in the headspace, but how many times over the past few months has Lance Erickson been in the headspace of both Johnny Blast and the Maestro?
Well, Erickson has the right to get in the headspace of Johnny Blast. He has the contract shot. If he wants to come out and observe to the right time for him to challenge, that's his business. But Johnny Blast had no business being out here. He had no business costing the Canadian Lion like he did.
Go tell the heavyweight champion that. Maestro with the mic. Both of these men exhausted.
Wow. Thank you, Hinton. Thank you.
I doubt this will be pretty.
I know you and I don't like each other too much. I know we go different paths in life. And you got destiny, and so do I. But I gotta give you props. Tonight was your night.
Wow.
Much as we can't stand each other, there's respect. Let's keep it that way.
Wow. Now Lance Erickson with a little bit of something to say.
You're right. I don't like you. But I will tell you one thing. Shut the music off. Get a close-up of this, Bob Trowbridge. I can't stand you. Nothing you stand for, because I don't wrestle for these idiots. I wrestle for me. Shut up for a minute. But let me tell you something, Maestro. You are Strozilla. And I've been in the ring with every big name in this damn business. But let me tell you something. You might be the toughest SOB I've been in the ring with. You won by hook or crook. We both know it. But guess what? I'm man enough to say you won this round. I'll see you again.
Wow. Wow, some respect between two men who, honestly, they laid it out right there. They do not like each other, but the respect was right there for both men.
You see that, Trowbridge? You see that, Adam Pearce? You think it's over, but it's only just begun. I made you tap out in this very ring, in this very town.
Yes, he
You
did.
remember that? You tapped out.
Yes, he did.
And not only am I representing these people, being a People's Champion, being an NWA Mountain State TV Champ, from now on, these people here, MSW and the NWA, will recognize that I, Stro, the Maestro of Wrestling, is the uncrowned NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow.
Whether the NWA likes it or not. Ooh la la. Get used to it. All you gotta do is bring the gold to the rightful champ. Ooh la la. See, you got the guts, NWA. Come on, Trumpets, man up.
In these hard economic times, if you feel like the wolf is at your door and there's no way out, rather than being devoured by your creditors, bankruptcy could be your possible solution. Call 304-344-1800. 304-344-1800.
Hi, I'm Mark Muncie, one of the owners of Travelers Motor Club. I'd like to tell you about some of the services that we have for ATV riders just like yourselves. Whether or not you ride ATVs, take a look at our services, see how they help you. You can join our fun club for just pennies a day. And remember, at Travelers Motor Club, we've been a trusted name since 1965, and when you need us, we'll be there to help you.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Mafu, last week I found out how deadly you can be. You're like a freight train with no brakes, and people are stupid to get in front of you and think they're going to stop you. This week, Mafu, it's my MSW title on the line against you. I'm too smart to stand in front of a freight train and get run over by it. I've got to figure out a way to derail that freight train, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm Johnny Blast, NWA MSW heavyweight champion.
How you doing, everybody? I'm backstage here, and I just was informed that the Nigerian Nightmare is in his dungeon here, and I'm about to interview him about his upcoming match between Johnny Blast, the NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion. So let's come in here and get ready for this interview here with the Nigerian Nightmare, Mafu. It is me, Jacques Moliere. I'm here to ask you a couple of questions about your upcoming match with the NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion, Johnny Blast. Do you think you're going to defeat him and become the new champion? Hello? Mafu, can you hear me? Mafu. Are you going to be the new NWA heavyweight champion? Whoa. I'm sorry. Hey, this match is scheduled for one fall with TV time remaining. And it is for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight title. First, introducing the Nigerian Nightmare, he is Mafu. The challenger.
That is a big, wild man.
His opponent, he is the NWA Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion, introducing Johnny Blast. Right for this match, referee Mike Mayhem.
Whoa, ring a bell. Sally bar the door. These two are at it already.
TV time remaining. They aren't trying to waste any time.
Man, this is going to be one of the vicious matches. Mafu, man,
going to work on Blast.
Thrust across the throat here. Ow! A big clothesline on the champion. Oh, big chop here by the Nigerian Nightmare. This is television time remaining for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. If the match does does not end before the end of the show and the title changes hands. You will be the first to hear about it next week on NWA Mountain State. Did you see the spinning heel kick?
And can you believe a man that looks like that can fly like that?
That was, dare I say, graceful on behalf of the Nigerian Nightmare, Maifu. I doubt Johnny Blast saw that coming. You saw his comment. You heard the comment from the heavyweight champion. It was like trying to step in front of a freight train. Johnny Blast, your heavyweight champion, on the outside of the ring.
I don't know if you noticed in the background, but Jacques Moliere is so scared he's actually left our announce booth, and he is trying to hightail it out of here as quick as he can.
He's not scared. He's back there. He's called back there by Leonard Sims.
Are you kidding me? He's not going to get anywhere near a guy like Maifu without his nunchucks.
Well, I wouldn't get anywhere near Maifu with anything short of a 40 caliber. Maifu now working over Johnny Blast.
And Maifu literally crushing the larynx of Blast, standing on top of him with all of that girth coming down on that 1 foot on his throat.
Well, it does appear that Jacques Moliere has left the arena.
Terrified, I tell you.
Did he say anything to you?
He said, "I'm scared, I'm leaving."
I doubt that.
For once in my life, I can't blame him. I mean, look at Maifu. This guy is a monster.
I'm serious. And Johnny Blast now feeling the impact of that one. That was just a terrifyingly hard shot across. And now a blatant choke.
And Maifu choking away at Johnny Blast.
Look at those eyes.
Does he understand a 5 count?
I don't know.
If he does he care?
Does he understand English?
I don't know if he even knows he's wrestling for a title.
Warming up those hands. Oh, and a big thrust to the throat. Takes the champion down.
And Maifu's unorthodox strategy, his unorthodox style of wrestling, it's been incredibly effective against Blast.
Yeah, because the champion has not been able to gain any kind of offense at all in this match.
Absolutely none. And he's firing away on Maifu. But it's real ineffective. Maifu is just absorbing those blows.
Maifu keys in on the throat a whole lot more than he should.
I don't know about that, Dean. You say more than he should, but it looks pretty darned effective from where I'm sitting, so I'd have to say it's pretty spot on. Although I think Johnny Blast might agree with you. He's definitely absorbing too much punishment.
Yeah, that absolutely. He has had no opportunity whatsoever to mount any kind of offense. And now a bear hug by the big Nigerian Nightmare. 5 minutes have elapsed in the match. 5 minutes.
Maifu is just punishing Blast.
Again, this is television time remaining. If the title were to change hands, you need to tune in next week.
There's 2.
This is not good.
This could be it. Could be.
Nope, Johnny Blast has more left. Oh, and there you go, shooting all the way across the body with an elbow to the head.
Oh boy, that was close.
It was. Now coming off the ropes, ducks the thrust. Oh, and catches the thrust.
I really thought that was Johnny Blast's teeth flying out for a second.
No, that was a piece of tape from the left hand of Maifu. But I'm with you. I thought somebody had some teeth knocked out. Mike Mayhem, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I think the only thing he's hearing is ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I really don't think that admonishing him from a referee standpoint is really going to do much good.
I mean, that's a human being in the ring, but that's an animal. Oh, what a clubbing blow.
Really, look into the eyes of Maifu. I don't think he really understands that this is a heavyweight title match as much as he understands this is an opportunity to hurt someone. Titles really don't mean a lot to a guy like this. He doesn't mind the extra payday, but he's in this to hurt people, and he's doing a great job right now.
You know, I want to take an opportunity looking at Maifu. It came through the newswire recently, the longtime NWA wrestler, Kamala, having diabetes, has lost one of his feet to diabetes. And we want to certainly wish the Ugandan giant Kamala the best in his recovery. And believe it or not, we love you, Kamala. Whoa! Big flying clothesline by the champion.
Johnny Blast really pulled out everything he had left to get the big man off his feet. But he's moving real slow to capitalize on it, Dean.
Yeah, really, really slow. But up he comes. There's no quit in Johnny Blast. He himself having a chance at the World Championship, and it took a pile driver to knock him out of it. Oh! Oh!
And it looked for a second like Mai Fu was going to turn into Johnny Blast's onslaught. But he really shrugged off that attack and went right back to what's worked so well for him in this match.
Which is a thrust to the throat.
It's a very basic arsenal tool, but it has served him so well.
No, we've seen him do high risk before.
We saw him do this last week.
This is horrible.
He could put Blast away if he hits this.
Oh!
And he landed hard.
Blast saw it last week too, and he was ready for it.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
The whole building, the whole Summers County Memorial Building shook, and Johnny Blast is getting a head of steam behind him.
Well, Johnny Blast doesn't want to let up now. That monster has owned him during this match. And this is his, well, this was his opening. Mai Fu sent him to the outside. And he's sliding out there to join him.
This is brutal.
Blast going to meet that monster. I'm not sure how much effect those blows are having, though. Mai Fu is shrugging them off and just clubbing away at him. And we're getting closer and closer to those chairs and that ring post. And, well, there's a table.
And closer to our television time limit. The match will continue. But I do believe that this match is going to be coming to a draw here on television very quick.
This is real close to a count out. It's not a DQ, I guess.
That's it. It's a count out.
It's a
Referee Mike Mayhem has ruled this match a double count out. You're still your heavyweight champion, Johnny Blast.
Well, Dean, that may be a moot point. It's like I said a number of times. Mai Fu absolutely does not care about winning matches. Titles don't mean a whole lot to a guy like him. He is out there to cause pain and devastation wherever he goes.
And now Lance Erickson.
Lance Erickson's right here to pick up the pieces.
This is no good.
Johnny Blast cost him 45 minutes in an Iron Man match. Johnny Blast came out and gave the Stro an edge. And Lance Erickson's out here, it's receipt time.
Oh no, Mai Fu now setting up a table?
This doesn't look good for the heavyweight champ.
There's a Maestro! The Maestro with some steel of his own!
And the Maestro zeroing in on Erickson after he talked about respect for so long. That respect they talked about earlier, it's out the window now. This is bedlam, Dean Bibb.
Definitely, definitely. And to quote the Mars Volta, when you look at Mai Fu, it's the Bedlam and Goliath right here. Now the Maestro with the steel, he's going to protect his friend Johnny Blast.
And it looks like we finally have some order restored here. Johnny Blast has taken a beating today.
The crowd at ringside is terrified. They're moving their chairs back away from Mai Fu.
Johnny Blast, and for 17 years, I've been coming to the ring to do one thing, and that's take care of business. You know, I'm not the best looking wrestler out there, and maybe I'm not the best wrestling wrestler out there. It's Johnny Blast. I'm coming to get you, and there's no doubt about it.
Dwayne Muncie, you mother get to the damn phone. I call you 57 times a week. You never answer. You never call me back. I've even text messaged you, and I hate text messaging, okay? Next thing you know, I'm going to get a Twitter account just so you'll have somewhere and you'll have to answer me. I've even thought about making an appointment at where you work to come, and so you'll have to and talk to me at some point. Last week I called your secretary and she said, no, Dwayne's in a meeting. He'll call you back. Let me get your number. Have you called back yet? No, you haven't. I fucking dare you, Dwayne Muncie. If you don't make it to a Mountain State Wrestling taping, call me back. Oh, and the old website looks better than the new website.
Fans, this is Jonathan Styles here with a historic announcement. Not a Mountain State Wrestling announcement, but an NWA announcement. Stro, you've asked for time. The microphone is yours, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, tag it, pow, 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 pow. Stro the Maestro Wrestling is into his house, baby. July 10th, pow, Saturday, pow, pow, in West Virginia, pow, pow. The Stro is coming to town. Strozilla, Bridget, all over you. And people, gear up, and we're going to tear it up. Because Strozilla is going to take Gift Raj, your Urban Death Squad, Frank the Tank Parker, Diablo Jr. You bring them all down. I'm going to beat you. Pow, pow. Black and blue. Pow.
Are you saying pow?
Pow.
What are you saying?
Pow, pow, pow. The people have spoken. Pow. And Stro's going to kick some booty all night long.
I get it.
Ooh la la.
Oh, hey, you know me. My name is Eugene, and I want to say something to all my fans up in Canada, all the fans in Canada of NWA Mountain State. I just wanted to say hi. I've been all over Canada. I love French Canada. I love Winnipeg. I love Toronto. I love everywhere in Canada. It's so much fun. Now, I know sometimes that Americans might think that the Canadians aren't the way they are, but they are the way they are, and that's why I like them, because they're my friends. Hello, Canadians.
Hi, I'm Mark Muncie, one of the owners of Travelers Motor Club. I'd like to tell you about some of the services that we have for ATV riders just like yourselves. Whether or not you ride ATVs, take a look at our services, see how they help you. You can join our fun club for just pennies a day. And remember, at Travelers Motor Club, we've been a trusted name since 1965, and when you need us, we'll be there to help you.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.